Hi and welcome again to a new video on the HCBP channel, your source for HR information if you're an SME, an HR department of one, or you just started your career in HR. Now, today I'm having some technical issues, guys. I just wanted to let you know. I'll try to keep this as sweet and short as possible. I'm having some lighting issues, so you might notice some flicker. Excuse that. Hopefully by next time I would have my lighting sorted. Today I wanted to speak to you about something what I would consider as a common mistake for HR professionals and SMEs, or even SMEs that don't have proper HR departments, which is the lack of investment in learning and development of their teams. Now, this is a very common phenomenon in the world of small or medium-sized businesses. The reason why companies tend to do that, especially in this region, is because they see that as an extra overhead, like extra costs. But in this day and age of technology and rapid growth and rapid change in almost every aspect of life, you cannot simply ignore the fact that your employees need to stay up to date on what's happening out there. Let's say you're a small company that specializes in digital marketing. Now, imagine the kind of developments that we're witnessing in the market out there in terms of innovation just in digital marketing. So if you don't invest in your employees, let's say you hired your employees today, how would they remain relevant, in your opinion, unless you invest money in them? Now, I understand we might be looking at tough times, but again, there are other budgets to cut. Learning and development, the first one is usually to be slashed out of other budgets, is a very poor practice. It speaks volume about your direction as a company. You'll end up shooting yourself in the head, and your employees will not feel any value. They will feel that they're giving you, but they're not learning anything in return. So overburdening people, not investing in their learning and development is not something you want to do. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because, to be honest, it's not even SMEs. It sometimes happens in larger organizations. And it's a very common phenomenon in this region. And, you know, when times are good, we're very good talking about development and learning and how we look after our employees. But when times are tough, the first budget to be cut is the learning and development budget. So I want you to sit back and reconsider that for a second. We agree that you have many competitors out there. It's no longer a solo game where you're the only one and the best around. Now you have hundreds of competitors, if not thousands. And the only way for you to differentiate yourself is through your human capital, period. So if you don't reinvest in your human capital, learning and development, how would you have an edge? In any aspect, be it customer service, marketing, or whatever it is your field. And one of the biggest barriers in the past was the lack of huge budget for learning and development. However, this is no longer a constraint. With the availability of the likes of Udemy, Skillshare, Lynda, EDX, you have billions of platforms. You have literally hundreds of platforms out there. And licensing per person is around 99 to 250 max per person per year, and they have access to a huge database of knowledge. So I see no excuse. You're roughly gonna pay, let's say you have 50 employees, you're not gonna pay anything, and that's per year. And the return you would get, you don't need to give that to all of your employees, but at least give it to some this year. Nobody usually, especially in small companies, you cannot send everybody for training at the same time. So yeah, at least give some of your employees this year. Give the other half the next year. So do 25 employees this year, but invest in people's growth. So I cannot emphasize this enough. Now, if you go to my website, I've included some of these links to some of these websites. Guys, there are no excuses anymore. It's affordable. You can do it. Even if the business is not doing well, I'm sure you can find those savings somewhere else in the business. So this is just a quick one, as I said. I just want you to reconsider that and look at your current practice. Are you the kind of person who would look at the training budget first and remove it? Do you even have a training budget? You don't even have a training budget? This video is for you. I want you to reconsider your position and think about other cost lines that you can reduce. So without further ado, this is it about today. It's just a shout out for you guys to reconsider this if you do that already. Specifically, HR departments of one that work for SMEs. You guys should be, you know exactly what you're doing. You know how important learning is. So you need to be the voice of reason to try and help the management reduce costs somewhere else, but not at the expense of learning and development. I hope this was a good advice that you're willing to consider. I promise you it will pay off. Maybe the results will not be immediately tangible, but on the mid term, I would not say on the short term, I would not say on the long term, on the midterm, you would start to see results. So consider that. As usual, please, if you like the video, hit like, subscribe, and share. And remember that this channel is for you. Your feedback is crucial. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Reach out through any of my platforms, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And remember, if you're in doubt, I'm here to help you out. See you next time.